What's going on, guys? Hunter here with Goodman Lawn Care. We are out here today. Got a little sidewalk project we're gonna do. Got the mini excavator here, and we're actually going to dig this out 4 inches deep all the way down there, and it tees back up to the steps. I'll show you that in a minute. And we're gonna dig this thing out 4 inches to where they can go ahead and put the 2x4s in there to form it up to pour the concrete. Got a new bucket for the excavator. I'll show you that in just a second. But it just goes right through here and then tees back this way, or elbows back that way. And so pretty simple. Just goes right here, right there, and then back to the concrete over there. So I came and dropped the excavator off today, and now we're about to hit the ground running right here, digging this out. So we're gonna get the thing started. I mentioned I did get a new bucket for the excavator. This is a 12-inch bucket with a quick attach on it. So all I got to do is take this one little pin out right there, that little pin right there out, and this bucket will pop off, and then pop that one on, put the pin back through, good to go. I mean, 30 seconds I can have a new bucket on. So that's an 18-inch bucket, that's a 12-inch bucket, and my next bucket I want is a 24-inch smooth grade, because all these have teeth on them. And I can smooth grade a little bit with the blade and with the bottom of the bucket, but it would just be much easier if I had one with just this and not all these teeth on there. So anyway, you got to crawl before you can walk, and we're getting there, making a few steps to get there where we need to be, and that's what we're doing. So I'm not sure where I'm gonna put the camera at yet. I might put it on the excavator, or I might get my tripod out and kind of do a time-lapse type thing. And but either way, y'all are gonna kind of watch me dig this out. And it is finally winter time here in Mississippi now. It's finally dropped off and got cold. It's been in the 20s at night and in the low 50s during the day, and it hasn't really got above that, which is good. I like that. I like the cold weather better than I do the hot. I like the hot weather only because that's when the grass is growing and plenty of stuff to do. But honestly, we've had plenty of stuff to do this winter. This is the busiest winter I've had in, I mean, a long time. So we're staying really busy doing little projects like this. And we finished up a big cleanup job today, and got a bunch of different things we're working on right now. Finally starting to slow up just a little bit though. I'm really thinking it's going to slow up here in about another month. I think January will be kind of slow, and then I think it'll pick back up February, March, and then we'll be in the grass season by then. So that's kind of what I'm suspecting it's going to do. But anyway, we'll see how it goes. But I'm about to get this camera set up. You can see my tripod today is a nice handy shovel. Forgot my tripod at the house. So yeah, got to make do. But anyway, it should work. I'm gonna get this thing set up on time lapse, get on the bucket, or get on the bucket. I'm not gonna get on the bucket. I'm gonna get on the machine, and we're gonna get this thing going. All right, so a little change of plans here. We got this much dug out so far. It's about 4 or 5 inches all the way down, just like we need it. So I had to stop because I don't know if you can see on camera. You can a little bit. We're 4 to 5 inches off right here. It's 5 foot. This is going to be the landscape bed. We're 5 foot even right there. Then when you get down to here, you're about 56 inches, something like that, give or take, right here. So somewhere, it's about where I quit digging, about right here, we started getting off track, going in a little bit. So I didn't want to dig anymore because I've got to get the concrete contractor out here, and we've got to move this line and move that line and see what it's going to do for the rest of this little corner right here. So I could do it, but I don't like messing with other people's work. I'll let them do it. That way it doesn't fall back on me. So Also, another little change of plan, we're putting in a drain right here. So I was talking to clients a second ago, and you can kind of see it on camera. The whole yard is sloped in to the front of this house right here, and they said that when it rains, it fills up with water right here. It's like a pool of water right here. So you would think the concrete would fix the problem. This concrete we're doing is pretty interesting. It's going to be even with the ground, so the water is just going to come right across the concrete and right back here. So to fix that, we're putting in a drain here. We're removing that gutter drain, doing hard pipe all the way under the slab right there, and we're going to toss it off that hill over there. Then, to prevent the water from coming in over the concrete, we're going to put in a drain here, and then put in a drain here, and hard pipe in between, hard pipe it all the way down out that way, and then we're going to go to perforated pipe when we get past that way and let the water drain on out. So the hard pipe contains it to where you get where you need to go, and then the corrugated pipe or the perforated pipe lets it out where you want it to go. So that's kind of the game plan, but looking good so far. But we've got to take some measurements and stuff and kind of get everything in line like I want it before we really start doing everything. But I'll take that 12-inch bucket, dig us a little trench right here for the pipe, and come on across. We'll warp all that corrugated pipe up right there, our perforated pipe, whatever it's called, and so we'll get a hard pipe cover for the gutter, put it in. We'll either put the drain here. I'm kind of torn. I don't know if I want to put the drain here or if I want to put it here. I kind of like it better at the corner, better than I do right there, but I don't know. I may just have to get the grade rod out and see where the lowest point is, and do some stuff right there. Ignore my line, it's not straight, but you get the idea. We're coming from this tee, and I'm going to dig it straight. I'm not going to dig it on that line, but you know, it's going to be straight all the way across that way, and that's kind of the game plan. And then this pipe will come right through here, right along that edge, and then I might elbow it back that way, or I might just keep on going with it out in the yard that way. So we'll just have to wait and see how we go when we get going with it. But yeah, that's the plan, and we're gonna hop back on this job tomorrow and get everything going. All right, so we are back on this drainage job slash concrete job, and as you can see, we are getting the drainage grates installed. I'm out here by myself right now. Pop and KJ are on the way, but I'm gonna be on this job the whole day. I've got the sidewalk pretty much graded out all the way right here. So I got some leveling to do in a couple spots, but overall it's a pretty good rough grade, and I've got to get it dug out to there, but I've got this part done. Got the dump trailer so we can haul the dirt off today. Got the 18-inch bucket, and then we got the 12-inch bucket on there right now because I'm digging this trench for the pipe. So here's the plan. So we're putting the drainage grate here. That's going to catch the water that kind of misses this little area right here, and then we're putting the gutter attachment right there, and it's going to Y off of this. It's going to be a little Y going that way, and it's going to come to this pipe. So I'm putting fall in the trench. You can kind of see I'm putting a little bit of fall in the trench, kind of stair stepping it to where the water will flow, and this grate right here is going to give it the airflow that it needs to shoot it back that way. Then the sidewalk is going to start right here. So this pipe is actually going to be under the sidewalk, and we're going to continue it all the way out. You can see the existing pipe. Now we're going to follow the same path and toss it right out here to where it goes. I'm not going to go too much further because there's an irrigation pipe running right through here, so I'm really going to stop it somewhere right in here, and that's what we're going to roll with. So got a little bit more trench to go, but not too much more, and looks like we're coming pretty good. We're about 2 foot right here, and we're about 1 foot right there, so I put about 1 foot of fall in it right there. So, and I'm going to continue it out all the way, so that'll do it. But I'm gonna put the GoPro on the machine. You can watch me dig, watch me do the work, and we're gonna get this thing done. we got the drainage grate right there. We're running the pipe down through here. Extremely good fall on it. And we're gonna put one more solid pipe, which will land about right here. And then from here back is gonna be this corrugated pipe, this perforated pipe here, with holes in it. And we're actually gonna fill the bottom of the trench with some sand and some gravel to give it good drainage and everything. And that way, those holes don't get plugged up or anything. So all that right there is glued, and we're installing the gutter drop and the Y up there for the gutter. And then once we get that done, we're gonna work our way back this way, and then we'll start filling the trench in. Probably before we fill the trench in, we're probably gonna do a test on it, kind of pour some water down that drain, or down the pipe at least, and make sure it's gonna flow properly, and then we'll kind of go from there on it. But that's kind of the plan, and like I said, coming along pretty good. Had to do some math right here because the sidewalk is going to come in right here. So 4 inches below the surface is where the sidewalk's going to land. So I had to make sure I put the pipe far enough under the ground to where I could put dirt over it and they could pour the concrete over the pipe. So did a little math there, got that figured out. We're kind of close right there, but I'm not that worried about it. We're still within that range to where it's going to be okay. And anyway, we got it done. So I've got to do a little more grade work on this. It's not exactly 4 inches the whole way across. Right here is probably 4 inches, and it drops off a little bit back that way, and I got to backfill that up there a little bit, and then I'll match it when I dig that right there. So anyway, main thing is getting this drainage installed, getting all this cleaned up, and then I'll work on this and start filling up the dump trailer, and we'll be good to go. All right, so we're back at this job site here. Got the sidewalk behind me, got it all finished up. I'm gonna flip the camera around and kind of show you a walkthrough of what we did and what we're gonna do, and kind of wrap this video up, and just kind of wrap it up. So I'm gonna flip the camera around. All right, so we'll start right here. This is the sidewalk where it's gonna start at. This sidewalk's gonna be 4 foot wide. So we dug the trench 5 foot wide. That's how we did it. Fun fact, I actually designed this whole thing, the drainage system, the sidewalk, everything. And I designed it to where we have enough room between the house and the concrete to where we can put in a landscape here in the spring. So we're gonna come back in here in the spring and put a landscape. I gotta work on a design for that. And you can notice this thing is pretty compacted. I have a roller that you fill with water, and you roll it and it packs it down. I did actually buy a compactor, a plate compactor, and it's actually at the house right now, but I'll film a video with that here pretty soon. But I do have that for these type jobs and everything, because we're actually going to put a back patio on the back of this, and I've got to pack the dirt in there anyway. So anyway, I needed a machine like that, so I went ahead and got one. So you notice it opens up a little bit wider right here. I believe it's going to open up 6 foot right here, so I had to dig this 9 foot wide right here, a foot on each side, a little wiggle room and everything. The sidewalk is going to match up to these steps right here and come right there and do it 4 foot, and then it's 4 foot back on that L right there. The drainage pipe for the drainage grate right here, the drainage grate is right here. The pipe goes this way, and there's a Y coming off right there going to the gutter. So we're catching the gutter water, and we're catching any water that happens to get right here. And the pipe is going under the sidewalk, and I graded all that out real smooth, and it's going that way. And from about, I think it starts about right here. I think from right here down is perforated pipe, so it's got holes in the bottom of it to where the water will just drain out and everything. I packed this down real good with the excavator, kept putting dirt on it, got it real smooth. I've got a little more gray work I got to do right here, and so that's that section of the job. So now we're kind of waiting on the concrete guys to come in here, form it up, and actually pour it. And then I'm going to come back. I left a bunch of dirt right here, and I left a little bit right here, because they're going to need to fill in after their footings a little bit. I left more dirt because I'm actually going to, my original plan on this job was to come in and put a drain here, a drain here, and a drain here, and run the pipe out that way. Because I don't know if you can see it on camera or not. I think I may have mentioned this, but the whole yard is sloped towards the house. And I talked to the homeowner, and they're having water issues right here. So the water's pulling up right there by the house. And so, and what it is there's a big low spot right here where my machine's sitting. And the house, all the water is coming right here in this low spot and going shooting right there. So we put that drain in, but that's not going to be enough because we're trying to keep the water from getting to there, but that drain is going to catch any that does get there. So the new plan, instead of putting drains here, because the reason my dad taught me how to put drains in here because dad said you can't target the water to each drain, and he's got a point. So then I thought about putting in a French drain, just let me run right through here, which would be about the same cost. But it's still just risky because I mean you don't know what volume of water you're getting in here, and I hadn't had a chance to come out here when it's raining and actually see which way the water's going and everything like that. But anyway, so the plan is now is we're going to take this dirt right here and grade it. I'm going to shoot my grades. I got a transit level, laser level thing. We're going to shoot my grades out there, here to here, and back that way. And then we're going to level this out and taper it that way. And that way when the water hits right here, it's going to shoot it back that way, and it's going to redirect it off of the sidewalk. So that's the new plan. And I believe that's going to work out a lot better than the drains. And then also, if we need to put in a drain, then we'll have a better idea of which way the water's flowing to where we can put in a drain. So that's what we got looking at it. That's what we got the plan. So got the 12-inch bucket there, the 18-inch bucket, and let me tell you, we use every bit of this on this job. We used the blade, we used the 12-inch bucket. I've swapped buckets probably 5 or 6 times on this job alone. I dug the trenches out with a 12-inch bucket there, and I dug all this out with the 18-inch bucket, just because you could take bigger scoops, and it's pretty wide, and it would have took some time. But anyway, got it done, got it pretty good. All this is fairly level. It's not perfect, but after they form it up, I'm probably going to come back in and roll it one more time. I'm going to put some more dirt in there and roll in, fill in the spots. I just want to check and see where their forms are going to be before I do it, because there's no sense in leveling this over here if the form is going to be here. So that's kind of why I didn't do it right now. So we're going to do that. And but yeah, that's the job. And so that's my first time putting in a drainage system, and it came out quite nice. So we tested it. We got water on the other end, so my slope's good. Water on the gutter, we put water hose up there, tested it, water's coming out. So all that's square, all that's good. I wrapped the drain in some fabric, put some gravel and sand in with the fabric, covered it up, put dirt on top of it, good to go. So got all that good. And I got to put some more diesel in the excavator when I come back out here, because the diesel light came on yesterday, and I probably need to grease everything one time. So because we've put some hours on this job with this machine. So anyway, and we're going to put a landscape over there also. So we're going to put a landscape from here, there, and around that little spot right there, and then make it look real nice. But anyway, it's coming along good, and I'm gonna keep y'all updated through this whole thing. I'm gonna wrap this video up, and whenever they come out to form it, I'm gonna try to get out here and film some of that, and then I'll film it when they get it poured and everything and show you the end result. And I'll video us doing the grade work on here too, and so you'll see this job from start to finish complete. And so really cool stuff. So one thing kind of interesting about this job, I was digging up sticks constantly, and when they built this house, they cut down a bunch of trees, and they must have left some debris in the dirt and everything, because I've dug up, I mean, no telling how many sticks that thick and even bigger with the machine. And it scares me because I'm like, oh crap, what am I digging up? But it's just a stick. So anyway, thought that was kind of funny. But anyway, we got it looking pretty good, and this is going to be a nice sidewalk here when we get it all said and done. So anyway, there you go. Appreciate y'all watching. Hope you enjoyed it. I know it's been a minute since I posted a video, but we've been rolling on busy, and we're kind of slowing up a little bit. So I've got this job and maybe 2 or 3 more, and then we'll be kind of slowed up for the winter till about spring when yard season starts back up, and might have a mulch job or 2. But anyway, appreciate y'all watching. Hope y'all enjoyed it, and I'll see y'all later.